CJ, how you doing, my man?
How's any better be a crime?
I mean, it is amazing to see Power Slap and Leaf Trading Cards partnering up together in this milestone event to bring sports cards to the collectors and the fans of Power Slap. Let's talk about it. How did it all come together?
So one day in a meeting, we like to throw crazy ideas, and sometimes things just stick. And Power Slap, not having licensed trading cards, seemed like a crime to us. So we got together through IMG, and then through entities with Power Slap, and kind of just merged this perfect relationship together. So we're super thrilled to finally have licensed trading cards to the fans that deserve it.
Absolutely. I mean, there's some incredible personalities. Power Slap has kind of been seen as the alternative sport. You guys are definitely the, alternative trading sport company that do a lot of the out of the box thinking and things unique, the inscriptions, the one-of-one printing plates. Let's talk about Leaf and kind of how it started and where it's positioned here in the market today and why it makes perfect sense to be aligned with Power Slap.
Leaf's been around forever, believe it or not. Jackie Robinson's first rookie card, Frank Thomas, iconic rookie card, and now Leaf, as it is today, being one of the most creative brands. Like you mentioned, alternative trading card brand. We don't have the major licenses, but we sure as heck put out a premium product with premium autographs, inscriptions, unique die cuts, things that other companies aren't doing. Game used, no company hardly does game used. That is something where we're super pumped, and a lot of our collectors thank us for on social medias for the crazy game use stuff we're able to acquire. So I think that's no different for what this partnership Leaf is going to bring to Power Slap. Cut up jerseys, event use stands from the podium.
Amazing.
Just the craziest things you can think of. Like
Yeah.
we're the trading card manufacturer, but we're the people's trading card manufacturer. We want to hear from Slap News, this is what you guys need to do to create a product that our fans and loyalists want. And that's what we're here to do. So we're super excited to get, this relationship kicked off. It's been in the works for a couple months, and was just super excited to release that article yesterday. When you guys reached out, we were, super excited, and we want to interact with fans. Other companies don't want that interaction, but we welcome it. We want to hear feedback. We open to constructive criticism. So whenever you guys reach out or through emails or DMs, it's always me behind it. Like, hey, like, we appreciate that. Like, we want to know that so we can put out that best product in the marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing, man. So you already talked about it. We're going to get jersey cards, potential podium cards. I know there was something in the release there as well that talked about what collectors can expect. So you talk about a blend of traditional and modern design, including autographs, memorabilia card, limited edition prints. Can you elaborate anything else on what we're going to see here? Like, are we talking limited, like 1 to 99, or sorry, like 199 to limits of one of ones? Are we going to see a variation mix of cards?
You're going to see a bunch of crazy different parallels and numbering. Leaf has its traditional branding from the Pro Set. We own Pro Set, and that nostalgia, 80s and 90s Pro Set. Like, we're able to incorporate that to people that in their 40s and 50s that grew up collecting cards, have that nostalgia when they open product. But now, like, we have our metal products, we have exotic, we have all these different unique brandings that we can all merge together. Slap. So we were Greg Cohn is one of the best industry's best product development guys, and he works for us, and he wants to get handprints of some of these slappers, and we're like, that's incredible. You see it for sumo wrestlers when they sign autographs. It's just dapping their hand on ink and putting on a picture. Like, how cool is it if there's a one of one handprint of these guys available as a redemption, or a knocked out tooth put into the card. Like, just the craziest things you can think of, like, we're open to doing. And I think that Greg's going to do a fantastic job when he designs this product.
Man, that's insane. I
Yeah.
love the idea of the handprint. I think that is phenomenal. Obviously, something that would probably go on like an 8x10 or something. So, like you said,
Yes.
redemption could be very, very cool. But a piece of a tooth, definitely outside of the box thinking for
Yeah.
sure.
Like
I
we
love
would
it,
love to do
man.
that.
I love it. Honestly, everything about this and what you guys stand for, us here at Slap News truly appreciate what you guys are doing and the uniqueness that's going to come. Thinking back myself, like the fondest memories I had, the earliest memories in sports card trading was Pro Set. Like you said, I grew up in the early 90s, 36 years old. And so Pro Set was one of the first, sets that ever got me into the sport. So great to see you guys bring that back. So do you think we're going to see multiple releases? This can be like a base Pro Set and potentially a metal. Is it going to be one launch at this point? Or do you see kind of an evolution of the product with multiple releases throughout the year?
I think it's going to be an evolution. I think we're going to kickstart it with potentially a metal product. So when you think of metal, think of a chrome product, the shiny reflective cards. To the uneducated person listening to this video that maybe not be familiar with trading cards, but shiny reflective cards, that is the Leaf Metal brand, with crazy colors and parallels and low numbering. The things that the hobby's used to over the last decade of they've gotten spoiled from the pro set days where they're just base paper cards, but now like they're shiny, reflective, almost 3D. But I think it's gonna start with the metal, then transition to like the game used memorabilia with encapsulating unique things from fights, and then unique redemptions. So I think the world is our oyster, and I think we're just tip of the iceberg right now.
Man, I tell you, talking to you here today has got me even more excited. I mean, that press release was nothing compared to what's to come here. Let's talk about Leaf and its distribution model. Is this something that's going to be exclusive online through the Leaf website? Do you plan to go through wholesale distribution and you'll be able to buy packs and boxes at your local card store? Have you thought about how you're going to bring this product to market?
I think it's gonna be a little bit of both. It's gonna
Okay.
be There's gonna be some instant moment cards to the website, crazy knockout cards direct to consumer. Um, there's gonna be product that is able to be directly bought from the Leaf website, but also you'll be able to get at your local hobby shop. So I think that's the next evolution of the sport, with driving it with a trading card, being able to see it alongside, a traditional baseball box of cards at the store. Or like Power Slap, like I've seen this on my TikTok for you
Mhm.
page or my Twitter or X. I've been scrolling, I see these crazy knockouts. Like I'll buy a box, like I'll see what it's about, and I think that's where you're gonna get that new fan that's never been, doesn't even watch, now is paying attention because Power Slap cards sell for X on eBay on the resale market.
Mhm.
I think that's where the resale value happens, and then the non-traditional Power Slap fan gets invested because they see cards are selling for 5x, 10x of what they paid for, and that's how you grow a market. That's how we grew pickleball. Like
Mhm.
when the top pickleball players' cards sell for more than Steph Curry and Lionel Messi, you're like, what is going on here? Like it doesn't make sense, but
Yeah.
but they don't have anything. So I think that's what we're going to see with Power Slap.
I mean, phenomenal, man. I mean, let's talk about, cards now have become inherently, I would say, quote unquote, expensive compared to where it was in the 80s and 90s. Definitely, the value has increased, but it has transitioned from something that was more of a hobby that people bought, sold, trade, collected at card shows, etc., to now, as you touched on, more of an investment piece, pieces that can be bought and sold on eBay and increase in value over time. For people that aren't too familiar with the trading card industry as a whole, can you maybe just touch on a little bit as to, or, elaborate on what you just spoke about as to where kind of the market is right now? And a fan, currently a Power Slap can just be a fan, enjoy the, consumability of it. But now they can take some of that knowledge and potentially use it as an alternative way of investment, correct?
Correct. Like I think you kind of hit it on the head there. Um, when we're thinking about price point and things like that, like we understand not everyone can afford a $500, $600 box. And I think that's where Leaf provides a lot of value in the industry, where we're providing affordable, quality products where you can go and resell those cards and make money. And I think that's where the market is heading. Everyone is trying to see what the best ROI is. in the trading card space. I think we've gotten away from it being just a hobby and for fun. When you walk around a show at, trading card shows, you have, 10, 12-year-old kids, having, tens of thousands of dollars in a little briefcase, that they're walking around the show with. So we've definitely gotten away from just being a hobby, but ultimately that's what it is at the end of the day. I think Leaf goes above and beyond to create a product that is affordable and has that, resale value where people can look at it as an alternative investment. And I think that's what we're going to do with Power Slap.
I mean, certainly amazing. This first series, I got to ask you, is every card going to be a rookie card?
I almost think it has to be, right? And then I think that's where obviously people, if they're not a sports card aficionado, it's the rookie card is the most valuable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give away too much, but I guess we can break it here. Dana's going to have autographs in this set. Like that Dana's rookie card, like he has cards in the market, but his first hour Power Slap card, like I have to think that's going to be one of the chase cards in this first set, right? So we're super excited for those rookie cards. And for someone that's been like, I've played college baseball and a little bit of professional baseball, and I was never fortunate to have my own card, but like these guys, like what a feeling to have your own card. So super excited for all those, all those guys in the league that are going to have their first ever card, and we're excited to see their face next week when we're in Vegas.
That's amazing, my dude. The roster is around 200 fighters right now from the last update. Is there any idea how big, the base set's going to be in this?
That's a good question. I think we're still in the phase trying to figure out what makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if someone's fought one time, maybe they're not a perfect fit. Now, if they're, a regular and, competitive and have great stats, they're definitely going to be in the set.
Mm-hmm.
From a collector's fan standpoint, right, too, like providing value, you want someone that's, more well-established person to be in there for the end consumer to see return on the value on their box. That's something we're playing around with. We're super excited to formulate the checklist. It's not quite done yet. So that's something that we can hear from the fans or from you guys at Slap News, give us like, hey, like these are the guys that need to be in the set. Like otherwise we're not opening it. So that's also great for us to, learn from you guys on what or who should be involved.
Absolutely. Can you give us any more details other than fall 2024? You guys targeting a specific month or anything? Anything you can share with me?
Probably be a heart of football season
Okay.
when we're able to get something to the end retail side of things. So probably the mid of mix of football season is when we'll see something. So we're finalizing up some autograph deals with some of the fighters, and super excited to get those done.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you joining me. This is just the first of hopefully a long partnership and relationship we have with you guys to be able to help promote this. And we will definitely, reach out to our fan base. We'll work on the checklist for you guys. We'll definitely put in some elbow grease to try to help you guys along the way. You're welcome back anytime. I look forward to every single update that we have. For people that may not be, aware of Leaf, where can they follow you guys to get updates?
The best way to get, up-to-date breaking news from Leaf Trading Cards is on X/Twitter, Leaf_cards. And then our Instagram is Leaf Trading Cards, all one, no space. And if anyone has these questions, like I am an open book. My email is cj@leaftradingcards.com. I'm very responsive. Love to hear back from you guys and hopefully, have some more good news for you guys in the near future.
Awesome, CJ. Appreciate you joining me. We'll talk soon.
Appreciate you.